All right, y'all, I've been waiting on this one. Here we go. So this was in the late 90s. I was living in Atlanta, and I was dating this guy that I met at church. Beautiful man, just beautiful. Anyway, he was also so cool to hang out with, just so talented. So we had been dating for quite some time, and one night he asked me, could he stay over? And I'm like, sure, you can stay over, because I was being fast, right? So the next morning, he gets up and he goes to the bathroom, and then I get up and I go to the bathroom, but I noticed when I got in there that my makeup bag was sitting on the counter, and it was open. So when I come out of the bathroom, I asked him, I said, hey, did you by any chance get into my makeup bag? And he was like, no, like offended, like seriously offended. Y'all, when I tell you I never noticed it before, but I noticed it that morning, his eyebrows were beat to the gods. Better than mine. Just beautiful.
What I think happened to my mama and why she's been a missing person since 2011. My mom has a family member that is married to someone we will call Leroy. My mom and Leroy hardly ever got along unless it had something to do with illegal substances and illegal activities. Well, Leroy works for the trash company, going around picking up all the trash around town. So, Leroy gets free trash anyways, but Leroy said that he needs to dig a big hole in the backyard to bury the trash so he don't have to pay trash fees. Now, I don't know about y'all, but trash ain't even that expensive if you do have to pay it, right? I think you'd have to spend more gas working a backhoe and stuff to dig a big old hole. But what do I know, right? So Leroy digs this big hole in the backyard. And he puts trash in it. And he burns it. And then Leroy turns that big old hole into a pond and puts fish in there. Tell me why he made the whole thing concrete before he even put the water in there to turn it into a pond. Maybe that's how you make a pond. But that seems suspicious to me. So what do I think about my mama? I think she's down underneath that pond covered in concrete. And yeah, I have told my mom's investigator about it, and she said that she thinks so too. But she can't do nothing about it without a search warrant to be issued. So we're just kind of sitting here hoping somebody says something, which it's been over 10 years. I don't know if anybody's ever going to say something. Dang, I wish I could just go over there and dig up that hole and just find her. It's so infuriating. It makes me so angry. I don't know. But anyways, that's where I think my mom is, and that's what I think happened to her.
Y'all, Atlanta men are insane, and I'm going to tell you why. I was in ATL, Draco, and we went to a club, and we were standing outside talking to some men. So you know what that means? We get in the moves. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. So he's like, oh yeah, we can take y'all to the rooftop party. And we're like, okay. And he's like, so he's like, okay, we can take y'all in our car. Y'all, we walked to the car. First of all, he had a coupe, a 2-door. You think 4 girls and 3 men gonna sit in that car? No. So we just opted for the walk. So we walking there. 2 guys still stayed with us while we was walking, right? And the walk was long. We ended up fixing our shoes. We ended up going to the gas station, taking a bathroom break. Y'all, it was a long walk. So I ended up asking him, I was like, so how far is this walk? Where are we going? He said, oh, it's right past this building. We get past the building. To my right, let me show you where he took us to. And when I looked to my right, I was terrified. This man took us from Atlanta to the Bronx. He stands here like this. We made it. I'm like, yo, what? And my friend's like, he's like, oh, we gonna go up there and we gonna see if it's swinging. My friend was like, it don't sound like it's swinging. You literally, all you heard was crickets and cars and guns. It was not swinging. And so I'm standing there like, oh, what do we do? So y'all, at this point, I'm standing there like this in shock. And I squint a little bit, because y'all know I wear glasses. I wasn't wearing glasses that night. I squint a little bit. At the front of that Bronx entrance, I see his friend that was driving the car changed his whole outfit, wearing a white beater, some shorts, and some slides. I said, oh, y'all thought y'all was finna trick us to get some boom cat. Well, that's not happening. Y'all, I called the Uber, and we got her out of there. Never again.
Put a finger down if when you were 12 years old, your parents sent you to boarding school and you met this boy and you fell madly in love with him. And y'all both ended up getting kicked out of the boarding school. So y'all were in a long distance relationship for 4 years, talking on the phone every single day, falling asleep on the phone with each other, just falling madly in love with each other. And y'all decided that when you graduated high school, y'all were going to get married and y'all were going to live happily ever after. So when you were graduating high school, you bought his bus ticket from Atlanta to Maryland to come visit you. And when he came, everybody loved him, and you fell madly more in love with him. And then you wanted to have sex with him so bad, but he didn't want to have sex with you. And you didn't know at the time why, but you found out later that it was because he was having sex with lots of people. And then you ended up moving him into your mom's house, and he lived in your mom's house for 3 months, and your mom had no idea, and your brother was helping you sneak him in and out. And then one day when your mom finally found out, she said that he didn't have to leave, but that instead that if y'all signed up for college, that he could stay. So y'all signed up for college, and then one day he wakes up out of his sleep crying at 2 a.m., telling you how he had been cheating on you the whole time. And every time that he would tell you he was with his mom, he was really with his other girlfriend, and that he wanted y'all to be celibate now and stop having sex and stop smoking and stop drinking and give y'all lives to God. And you weren't really with that because you just told me that you cheated on me. So y'all were fighting every day. And then one day he ended up punching your window and breaking your mom's window that he never paid for. And instead of paying for it, he left. And then he goes to school in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And you're so pressed to be with him that you follow him to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And he had already told everybody at the school that you were a psycho. And he had made a song talking shit about you. And you told him to delete the song before you did something crazy, and he didn't delete the song. So one day, while you're at lunch, you go get a bunch of orange soda and pour the orange soda on him at lunch in front of everybody. And now everybody believes that you are actually a crazy bitch. And then y'all both end up leaving the school and try to make this relationship work again, like a year later. And you're sitting on his lap and you get messages from this girl talking a bunch of crazy shit, and then y'all get into it again. And this time when you leave, you go get your matching tattoo covered up, and as soon as you get your matching tattoo covered up, he starts posting pictures of the girl online and that they're in a relationship now. And so then you allow him to cheat on her with you for 4 years while they're dating, and you're going back and forth with her about whose nigga it is, when in reality it's everybody's nigga. And then when they finally break up after 4 years, you decide to try it again and you move him into your apartment in Atlanta. And then one day y'all get into a huge fight and he breaks literally everything in your apartment and leaves you with thousands of dollars worth of fees. And then y'all break up and he leaves you. And then you try to get back together again a year later. And then he gives you a STD and lies about it. And then another year goes by and y'all haven't talked in a whole year, and that's the longest that y'all ever went without talking. And then he reaches out to you and tells you how sorry he is and how much he loves you and how you're the best thing that ever happened to him. And so you decide to give him another chance, and y'all are starting businesses together and getting money together and living life. And then he steals $3,000 from you and gets a tour on your name and crashes it.
I just think it's funny that men hate when you treat them how they treat you. Ooh, they hate that. They hate it. Quick story time. I had a friends with benefits a while back that basically told me, like, look, I want this to be no emotion, the least complicated thing I deal with in my life. I said, cool, no problem, I got you. First link, pull up to his house. We do. I use the bathroom. I start putting on my clothes to go home. He gonna stop me and say, where you going? I said, I'm going home. He goes, well, damn, you don't want to lay up, talk a little bit? I said, for what? I got what I came for. I was here for the meat. And he goes, damn, okay. Well, have a good night. Days later, we having a conversation, and he telling me, I don't like that you be treating me like a piece of meat. It's almost like you don't care about me. I don't. Why do you need me to care about you if you told me you want no emotions? He was like, damn, you don't care about me? That's crazy. The math ain't mathing on this one. You don't want emotions, but you want me to care about you.